So when you sit in front of you described, excuse me, the kind of conversations that you have where you might present a deal to to an investor who can make a decision within a week and another one who can make a decision within a month. But what you're describing there are people who know you, with whom you already have a relationship and presumably have already gone through the entire negotiation process for what the relationship with them is going to look like in contractual terms. Let's talk for a moment, though, about what it looks like to bring a new investor into the Gaw Capital fold, right? What are they looking for, and what does that negotiation look like?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so with new investors, which we typically are meeting all the time, but less so in the current COVID environment, I would say there's usually sort of a get to know you process. So there's an introductory meeting, whether it be in our office or at their office or at a conference or something. And then we just sort of get to know each other. And oftentimes we're already aware of that investor because we've already done research on them. And I think that's actually something that most people do not really think about. Doing your homework on a limited partner and understanding an investor before you meet them and knowing their funding ratio, their allocation split to, let's say, in this case, real estate, or the historical investments they've made, can give you a lot of insight into what they're able to do. And I think that that's something that we try to be really thoughtful about. We do a lot of homework on and research on groups before we meet with them, because it just makes us more informed. We know like who we're speaking to. I was just speaking with one of our investors earlier this morning, one of the largest pension funds here in the United States, and they're really, really smart. And we're always in constant dialogue to share what we are seeing, in Asia, for example, and then hearing what they're doing to figure out if there are additional opportunities to work together. But in your question of meeting a new investor, it's generally this get to know you process. And then what we'll do is we may or may not have a product that we're actually pitching. So like if we're in the market, like right now, we're not actively marketing a product, but if we are sharing something, we would sort of go through and describe what that looks like. I would say it's generally a firm overview, a description on the fund, and then also either a case study or the track record, depending on the time for the meeting. But it usually includes those components. And then there's like sort of a dynamic of back and forth Q&A.